close. Almost there. Hey, folks. Thanks for tuning in to the BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafferty, and I'm contractually obligated to play this musical intro, so please forgive me. And today is our increasingly intermittent Monday lunchtime beat 'em up. We are running a second session of Castles and Crusades with our Castle Keeper Dalius, aka Dale.
How diddly doodly.
Who is illuminated by the large light-giving sun.
We're an hour earlier in the day, and the sun is like all confused as to how it's supposed to be hitting me. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good, man. And we also have Alice Peng, aka Lala. Hey, Alice.
Hi, everyone.
Yeah. We have Archimedes Shadow Chaser, aka Jason Sunday. How you doing, Jason?
Doing well. Trying to dodge meetings, but, you know.
That's that corporate life. I feel you, man. I am Aid Smith from across the pond, who's been dodging meetings successfully for a while now. How you doing, Aid?
I can dodge meetings like bullets.
Proper thing.
I'm cool.
All right. And last but not least, over there, caffeinating himself behind the bows. And is that a bow up there, Walt?
Yes, that is a Mongolian horse bow from Odinson Archery. They actually make them out of PVC.
Oh.
Real cool cat, buy local. He's a cool dude. So yeah, if you're looking for some archery stuff, yeah, they're easy to string, easy to shoot. But before we talk more about bows, we should talk about Aid's card set that got like massive attention on some of the OSE sites this week.
Cool.
Yes,
Aid,
let's do that.
Do you have a link for that?
Talk
Aid?
about it.
I can find one for you. Yes, definitely.
Okay. Well, Aid, while you're looking for the link, why don't you tell us about it?
It is for OSR games, mostly for the OSE Old School Essentials system. It's 100 NPCs which can be used for retainers in handy poker-sized card form, so you can randomly deal them out to people. Each one's got full stats, a description of what they look like, a personality, and a quirk, such as bonuses to rolls, or they can't hear stuff, or they don't like cats, or whatever it is. But there's quirks there, so
Cool.
And you can get it in what formats, Aid?
it's on PDF and it's on printable cards as well, all from Drive for RPG. So you can print your own.
Dude, it is
yeah.
a really great resource, like seriously great resource. You need like that random NPC that you meet in the town. It's like shuffle, deal. Hey, I got this guy.
And
Yeah,
you don't
so
even
that-
need to be playing OSR to use a bunch of it, because sometimes you're just like, I need a name. I need a stupid quirk. I need something. Give me something. Oh, look. This guy likes to go running after cats. You see an NPC run that way for a cat.
And even if you do use 100 NPCs, it's imminently reusable.
Yeah. Because who remembers NPC names, right?
It's true.
So yeah,
there it
cool.
is.
There's about 10 or so of each character. That's the dude. So yeah, but 10 or so of each character class. Some have got 10, 15s for the kind of the more dungeony of the character classes. But yeah, it's all done in the classic OSR, OSE basic BX style. Yeah, all first level, by the way, as well. So if these sell well enough, maybe we'll start doing some 5th and 8th level characters or something. We'll see.
Sweet.
Nice.
All right, awesome. I think I'll have those links in the show notes there in the comments right now. So congrats, Aid. You're getting some well-deserved attention on that one.
Thank you.
Very good.
And, I am pulling up the Owlbear Rodeo link, or should I wait on that until we're closer to combat?
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how much it's needed, but I felt maps, because of maps. So the link I've posted in the StreamYard's chat, is if there's someplace else you need it, let me know.
Everyone has a map right here in their heads. You just
That's-
need to tell us what the map looks like.
You got it.
That's the
All
way
right.
you play old school dungeon.
Old school dungeons. Okay, so picking up from last time around, you fully conquered the first level of this tower, battled a couple of imps, found a little bit of booty, but you still haven't found Andrew the White Mage. And the only way to go from here is up. So if I could get a marching order, the staircase in the middle of the tower is really only big enough for one person abreast.
I'll go first.
Yes, Davik, you'll go first.
Oh,
All right.
hell yeah. Troll Lord Games just dropped 3 months in the sub.
Excellent.
on Twitch,
Nice.
seeing as we're playing their game.
Awesome.
Little Troll Lord action going on. That's awesome. Thanks for the subscription, Troll Lords.
So who's
So
following
I'm
Davik up?
I'll follow that.
I'm an assassin. So do you want me to go? Do you want me to go first and stealth ahead, or do you want me to hang back and? I mean, I can try stealthing, or do you think
Strategy.
we're doing more force up front?
Sure, go scout.
Yay!
and
I
I
get to
will
hide.
be behind.
I get to hide and kill things. Yay!
Okay, so Garv's up first, then Davik. Who's following these two?
So
Krug.
Abe is an assassin.
Krug is-
Walt is a guy
Krug.
named Davik, who's a barbarian, right?
I am
That's right.
Barbarius.
All right, Alice, who are you?
I'm a monk.
You're a monk.
I'm the
Named
half
Krug.
monk named Krug.
Okay. And Archimedes Shadow Chaser, you have to be some kind of mage, possibly.
I'm a wizard.
Wizard.
A wizard.
Wizard.
You're
So
a
between the
Harry,
wizard
so
and the
isn't it?
cleric,
Wasn't I?
who's
Didn't see Harry Potter.
taking fourth and fifth spot, or shall I just stick you in there?
But just put me anywhere, because
I'll go in the middle.
Ooh.
All right.
I will also be in the middle.
All
All
right.
right.
Hey, Troll Lord Games just hosted our stream. Thank you so much, man. Appreciate
Oh,
it.
that's awesome. Thank you.
Oh, hey,
They're
thanks, fellow
trying to
people.
put me on the spot, the nasty people.
No pressure. No pressure
None
at all. The designers
felt.
of the
I
game
am
are just pushing you
I'm
forward.
so drugged up right now, I can feel an anvil on my foot. No, it's not that bad. All right,
Should we
so
say hi to the Troll Lord people, or does everyone on their stream know who we are?
Troll Lord is Troll Lord Games. They're the creators of the Castles and Crusades rule set. It's an OSR rules light RPG that has a lot of similarities with first edition AD&D. So that makes it really easy to convert any of your old material over to this new rule set, which has a couple of things. You want to know it's attribute check based with a unique system where you designate a primary or secondary attribute, and that alters the target number of your base roll, and then you add mods on top of that. They have all the standard classes, and they have a ton of books with alternate classes. They have their own setting that has, I think it's 9 adventures deep now. They have a ton of stuff, and they're really, really nice people, awesome
Super.
people,
Yeah.
and a great community.
Yeah, I got to tell you, the as far as like OSR books that these guys put out, the Adventurer's Backpack, no matter what edition you're playing, whatever, the Adventurer's Backpack is probably my favorite book ever.
I think it's
so good.
It's much favored by the community as well. It's one of the favorite books out there. Very well done thing. And they've just put out a new printing with all newly designed tribute covers for their Player's Handbook, the Castle Keeper's Guide, which is not exactly a direct parallel to a Dungeon Master's Guide. It has a lot of alternate rule systems that can be mixed and matched into the main rules. And then a host of other books. I can't even begin to list the interesting stuff that they put out. It's all featured on their online store. Not hard
Don't
to
forget,
find at all.
too, this is the last day. I think it's either today or tomorrow is the last day of their Kickstarter for their Castle Keeper's Scream.
Yeah.
So, yeah, these
For
guys
those
are
of you-
cool cats.
Yeah, for those of you who are able to play at a table today.
Speaking of which, let's roll some dice.
All right, so
Yes.
Garv, you're in the point spot. Pretty simple. It's
Yeah.
a spiral staircase going up. How are you going to scout that out?
Okay, I'm just going to basically just kind of hang as close to the inner wall as possible, and just kind of just spack around stealthily as I can. So move
That's a-
silently, kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah. You can give me a wisdom roll if you'd like. Or if you don't like, give me a wisdom roll anyway. So
Okay, so
if wisdom is a
I-
prime attribute, then your
Yep.
target number is 12. Plus
Okay, it's
anything,
not
I
prime,
believe,
it's a-
for... Yeah.
Non-prime, so no bonus. So I need a 15. Is that right?
If it's a prime, your target is 12. If it's a non-prime, your target is 18. You can
Okay.
add your attribute modifier. So if you have a wisdom modifier, you can add that. And you can also add your level.
Now that might help a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay, so I 10. That's all I get. I got a 7 on the dice and 3 on my level.
All right, so
I'm
you don't
going
hear
slightly
anything. You
cranky
don't
underlying
suspect anything is amiss. And you continue to creep up, hugging the central pillar of that staircase. You do pretty much a 360-degree walk of the stairs, and you come to another door. This one is pointing, it seems to open to the southeast. but there doesn't appear to be anything else in the staircase.
Can I give a listen roll on that as well?
Yeah, sure you can.
Okay, this is better. This is an 18.
Okay, very good. You didn't hear a darn thing.
Okay, cool. I will just kind of stealthily tip-tappy-toe back down the steps and kind of just wave everybody on and kind of whisper that there's a door up here. It's like, okay,
Done and done.
Inside.
Yeah, awesome. So anyone who wants to follow you up can follow you back up to the door. Pardon me?
You go.
What?
That's the point. I'm just being stealthy.
Good job.
Okay, so who's going to do what to the door?
I'll open it.
All right, not a problem. You open the door. First thing you notice is it's a very comfy looking room, lavishly decorated. There are tapestries on the walls, rugs on the floor, and several torches in wall sconces around the room, although they're not lit. There's a big table on one side of the room, some couches and chairs on the other side, obviously some place to sit back and relax.
I turn back around and tell everybody, yeah, there's a playroom in here. It's where kids.
Krug had a bad experience once, so Krug's going to go jump on all the furniture.
Not a problem. So Krug goes a jumping. You can see that there.
Make sure nothing's underneath that will jump us.
Oh, so you're going to frisk the furniture first?
Yeah, by jumping on each of them like trampolines. Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Had
Not a problem.
bad experience.
It's pretty high quality furniture, and you're feeling ill at ease jumping on these big poofy cushions. Anyone else who's looking around can see that there are a couple of doors leading someplace else, one on either side of the central staircase, as you can see if you're looking at Owlbear Rodeo right now.
Are there any bookcases?
In this room, no.
No? Okay.
No, lots that's valuable. The furniture is quite ornate. The tapestries would probably fetch a couple hundred gold apiece, but other than that, there's not a lot that's easily movable, and the room seems to be relatively ignored and undisturbed.
Let's try for one of these doors. Let's go to the one on the right.
Okay.
Yeah.
The door is, of course, closed. Would you like to open it?
Yes, please.
I will stand way behind Walt.
Not a problem. He
it.
flings the door open, and it looks to be pretty much a simple bedroom. There's a bed that's well made, but it's kind of dirty. It's up against an inner wall. There's a large chest that sits at the foot of the bed. More of those large animal skin rugs this guy seems to like. And there's a nice stained glass window opposite the stairwell on the far side of the tower. It's quite a nice stained glass piece. I suppose if you took it apart, you could get something for it. But it depicts a mage dressed in white in... it looks like he has a very domineering position in a fight against a hydra there. It's missing a couple of heads, but still in the battle nonetheless. You can probably assume that this is Andrew the White.
I turn around and tell everybody, I appear to have found the wizard's brothel, and I walk in.
Unfortunately for your brothel hunting desires, the room is devoid of any other sort of creature.
Check check around, look under the bed, and then mention to our friend, the sneaky silent type, that there's a chest that is probably secured, and maybe he might want to unsecure it.
Krug is going to go jump on all the furniture, frisk the furniture, and apologize to Davik when he jumps on the bed while Davik is looking under the bed.
So Davik, you take a point of damage for the clank in the back of the head as you get squashed momentarily on one of those exuberant jumps.
Mm-hmm. That's why we can't have nice things.
It's true. So Garv, will you approach the chest, do anything with it, or are you just going to ignore it for the chest that it is sitting at the foot of the bed?
I would fulfill my semi-thiefy duties and have a quick look over and see if I can see anything. I have a trap score and I've got on intelligence, which I am proficient with on my prime. So that
all right. So that'd be.
I rolled a 1. So
Wow.
I've got 5 in total.
All right. So, for all that you can tell, it's just another wooden chest. I mean, it's nicely carved and everything. And while you were snooping around the edges of the lid, you could smell the beautiful aroma of cedar coming from within it. But no, it doesn't appear to be trapped or even locked or have a clasp or anything. Just
There
a
you
couple
go.
of hinges.
Looks
Seems
good to
legit.
me.
So Dale, what you're saying is this season's mimic is sporting the smell, the perfume of cedar.
It's a pretty good mimic. Yeah. It's like this the mage is
Perfume.
no slouch. He hires only the best, right?
Oh, de cedar, apparently.
Odin Cedar. Well, it's a multi-sensual game. So, Garv, are you going to open the chest or are you going to let
I will
someone
open
else?
it in my because I am very confident, obviously, that in my own skills. So I will open it.
Yeah. Okay, it's opened, and inside you find a beautiful, or what was a beautiful wool blanket, just torn to shreds and left in a hump.
Okay.
And that's all that's in the chest.
I'll pick it up. I'll kind of pick up the scraps and see if there's any kind of design in it, or if it's just plain, or.
It seemed to be some nice plaid. It looked fairly new, but it looks like it's literally been grasped by someone who's quite strong and torn into shreds. Probably someone really angry to do the kind of damage that you're seeing. It's not like a failed job to tear it in half daintily or anything like this. I mean, it's a wool blanket, right?
Okay. I'll pick it out of the box and kind of hold it up to people and say, yeah, someone got really annoyed.
Yeah.
Maybe it was itchy.
It was itchy. I was going to say, did Crook do it?
No, she's only ruined the bed.
That could make a nice kilt.
Yeah, if you like the Hawaiian swing look, I suppose.
That's cool, yeah.
So that's all on that level.
All right.
You've seen it all. It's pretty empty. Will you continue up in the same manner with Garv leading?
Yep.
Go for it.
Lead the way, Garb.
Okay, I'll make another stealthy check.
All right, you do that.
I am doing the worst rolls today. I got stealth is against. Okay, moves on his dex. Yeah. Okay, so that is +1. So that's 4 plus 7. 7.
Yeah,
I'm donking around again.
You're amazingly stealthy as you go up the stairs. Another 360 degrees of walking, and you come against. Guess what? It's another door.
My job. I open it.
All right.
I'll sneak back down the stairs again, and just say another door.
All right, same procedure. So this is in the center of this room is a large desk with a lot of mussed up papers on top of it. You can see what we would know as a microscope, some kind of an ancient microscope of some sort. There's an inkwell and a 5-sconce candelabra.
I want to take a look at the papers.
Yeah, it looks as though someone's been here before you and rifled through the desk. Some of the drawers are open. Bookshelves line the walls, but they look disorganized and pilfered. A lot of the shelves are completely empty, and you can see a lot of books have been tossed around on the floor. Some of them looks like they've been partially burned and maybe hauled out of the fireplace half burnt or completely torn apart. What appears to have been a book stand, the sort of thing that you would place in the middle of your desk to hold an important book at the best angle for reading and stuff, looks like that's been smashed on the front of the desk, and there's shards of that lying all over the floor.
Somebody was really angry.
Yeah, and they didn't like romance novels either.
Apparently not.
Oh my God.
And again, as with all the other levels, this level of the tower is separated in two, so there's a wall there with the requisite pair of doors, both of them closed.
So, what are some of the books that have been burned? I asked Archimedes. I'm like, I like thievy duties. I asked Archimedes, what are some of these books that have been burned and recovered from the fire?
Do I recognize any of?
You see that there's a lot to do with natural history, biology, a lot of sciencey books. There's a few that talk about the details of how to use specific kind of spell components, things like that. Nothing terribly valuable, though. Anything that would have been the sort of important book you'd find in a mage's study doesn't appear to be here.
This is mostly junk. Archmage's Health,
Exactly.
Druid Monthly,
Spells and wands.
right?
Again, the sort of overall theme of this room is that is a similar thing that you found. Wherever there's anything that might have been valued, it appears to have been totally destroyed by some maniac.
Yeah, the pointy ears and shapely horns magazine, all that stuff.
Demon boy. So, what are you doing?
Next room.
Next room.
Next room. Okay.
Nothing else.
Whoever tries to open whichever door you're opening, right or left? Who wants to try first?
Javik's been opening our doors.
I'll go for the right. My job.
Okay. Door appears to be locked.
I have the key in the form of either a warhammer or a hand axe.
All right. Well,
Somebody
that's
was
true.
given a key too, right?
I'm sorry?
Somebody was given a key.
Yeah, it was for the front door.
It was
Hey, Dale, can I cast find secret doors in this room?
You certainly may.
Okay. Do I roll for that, or do I just say
Well, that's a good question. I don't have all the spells memorized. If you can imagine, what's it called?
Let me make sure I get
Find
the
secret
name.
doors.
Detect secret doors.
Detect.
Detect secret.
As he dives in to check that,
Dives
just
in to
remember
check
that Troll Art Games also has a stream on Twitch that they run on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Tuesdays is the Ask Me Anything stream with Stephen Chenault, and then on Thursday they have the the DMs chat where they go over some like DM advice and what you can do to kind of enhance your Castles and Crusades games. So they're always lively. A lot of good people in the chat. Usually, Castle Keeper Dalius is usually hanging around. So I mean, yeah, it's a great channel.
Just like a dirty shirt.
Well, do what you can.
And they do giveaways too.
So there's no specific role for this. All you have to do is decide you're going to cast a spell and concentrate for a round, and that should reveal the presence or absence of secret doors.
Okay, then I do that.
All right, so you cast your spell, and you can see a wave of magical energy expand out from you. And you can see that it spreads through the room that you're in. It goes through the wall, and you can tell when it's left the tower completely, but it does not reveal any secret doors.
Ah, shoot. Trying to be useful. All right, sorry, guys. Open the doors.
All right, so
Before-
Davic, if you
Dale,
wanted to chop
before he
through the
opens the
door.
door,
Pardon me?
before he opens the door, I'm gonna take a good sniff in, good inhale in, just at the door, to see if I smell anyone on the other side. Half-orcs have a bit of a sense of being able to smell. people
Yeah,
nearby.
you can smell that there have been people using the room recently. You can even smell the faint odor of stale blood, but you don't detect anything that you would determine as a fresh aroma at this very moment.
Okay.
Davik,
inside.
you're chopping against an AC of 10, and you need to do 10 points of damage to that door to hack your way through it. Ha 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 ha. Now, I can't check your dice, so you just tell me how many rounds it takes you to wail away on that door. Or if anyone else wants to, has a chopping weapon, they can help them, and that'd speed things up.
I have a hammer and an axe. I'll put one in each hand and go buzzsaw on that.
Okay. Not a problem. So after a few rounds, you definitely pound your way through the door. It's now a series of flinders and splinters and all of that good stuff. Once again, we have another half-size room. you can see, and pardon my bad map mapping, there's actually a little wall here. There's a green line I'm drawing there. There's a wall there. So whatever's behind that wall is only solely accessible by that other door. But here in Area 6, this looks like another sleeping quarters. There's a huge king-size bed in the middle of the room. The bed sheets are rumpled and torn and sort of falling on the floor. And between the door that you just pounded the smithereens and the door, and the bed, I'm sorry, there's a huge blood stain, although it looks like it's dried up. At the foot of the bed, there's an open chest, but it's off to one side, and you can see around the foot of the bed and between the bed and the door where the blood stain is, there are what appears to be pieces of another chest that's been busted to smithereens, but it looks weird. And Krook, having been suspicious in the floor below, immediately recognizes these as the remains of a mimic in the shape of a chest that has been thoroughly torn apart and done away with by whoever it last encountered.
Mimics.
Is that why you jump on the bed all the time?
Yep, start jumping on the furniture again. Check for more mimics. Bad experience.
I say poor mimic.
Poor mimic, yeah. So the open
Poor
chest
mimic tried to eat Krook's head.
The open chest appears to have been, the ancient equivalent of a chest of drawers. There are a number of pieces of clothing that are sort of draped over the edges. Some of them torn apart, same as you found the blanket in the level below. A large animal rug on the floor, and not much else to find in here.
Right.
Okay.
You still have a door that you can check behind.
Yep. Go and back out of this room and go to the other one and take a good sniff. Quick question, Dale.
Yeah.
The big blood stain, does that look like it's a big enough blood stain that somebody would have died losing that much blood, or does it look like somebody could have lived losing that much blood?
It's a lot of blood, and there are pieces of the mimic's body there, so...
Okay.
Lala, Sinokin in the Twitch chat wants to know if do you suspect this mimic of mimicking a broken mimic?
Oh, Krook runs back in and smashes that up just in case.
And
Smash,
just
smash,
as
smash.
one might expect from pieces of an actual mimic, it goes squish and splat when you hammer on it. It does not appear to be alive at all anymore. Is there a penalty with your god when you desecrate a corpse of another being? We'll have to look further into your god when we're offline.
Gotcha.
So, Krook, you said you wanted to smell at this door as well?
Yep.
What you smell is kind of soapy and perfumey.
Okay.
Brothel.
Could be a brothel, small brothel.
I open it.
Door's locked.
I break out my 2 keys.
Okay, after a few rounds, the 2 keys make their way into what is obviously a lavatory of some sort. In the wide part of the wedge, there's a basin on a table with all kinds of little bottles of smelly stuff. Some of the bottles have been busted. There's broken glass on the floor. And the narrow edge of the wedge on your right as you enter, there's a commode. And it just looks like an ornately carved wooden box with a toilet seat on top.
Based on the previous floors, one must wonder where that goes.
And
You must
also,
wonder where that goes.
will Lala be
smells
jumping
good.
on it?
No, that smell's gonna overload Krook's senses a bit. So Krook goes back to the staircase and is ready to move up to the next level. And Dale, if you were talking about Fultus, no, there would be no penalty for me beating up another corpse suspecting. Fultus
Just
is known to
wondering.
be very, very inflexible in its religion. Fultus.
Hey,
Okay.
quick shout out to Above the Universe who just subscribed for 7 months. Thank you.
Just in time to experience the mimic brothel. It's awesome.
The mimic
Mimic
brothel.
brothel, yes.
That's an idea John
Thanks
Gibbons
to
had
John
in the
Gibbons
comments.
for that.
And that's the name of my new album.
Yeah.
We'll be looking for that.
I like it. I like it.
Family.
All right, so stairs up again.
Stairs up again, same procedure.
Hit it.
Okay, sneaky.
Garv, you're going to roll for that, or you're just going to plow up the stairs?
No, I've actually got
totally
a good roll this
disgust-
time round.
Oh, excellent!
I have a 19. So I
Nice.
actually
Very
achieve
good.
a full-on sneak.
Very good. So you manage not to creak the stairs or anything. You get to the next level after 360 degrees of stairways, and on the step right in front of this door that you see there, like all the other levels, there's a small bottle lying on its side. It's a bright blue color.
Okay, I will take a quick look. It's the actual bottle was blue or the actual contents is blue?
The bottle itself is blue. You can see it does have a lid, which is attached to the bottle's neck by a fine silver chain, but the lid is uncorked. Looks like there might be a small amount of liquid in the bottom of the bottle, and in the neck of the bottle, there's a little chalky-looking pellet.
Okay.
It's
I
mimic.
will
I can have a look at it if you'd like.
yeah, I'll pick the bottle up and I will make my way back down the stairs and hand it over to our resident magic person. And
Right, magic
yeah.
person.
Archimedes will take a look.
Proper term is wiggle fingers.
Wiggle fingers, nice. Yes.
No arguments.
Okay, so let's see. It's going to be okay, 23.
And what are we checking?
To see if I have any knowledge of what this could be.
Oh, for heaven's sakes! Okay, good enough. How are you gonna check the bottle? Are you gonna move it? Are you gonna sniff it? Are you gonna peer at it
I'll
keenly
flip it
from
around,
different angles?
hold it up to the light, you know.
Okay. You can tell there's a kind of a planty, rotting smell coming from the bottle. And before you tip it up to look at it, you will notice that the pellet is not stuck in the neck of the bottle. And if you were to tip it, that pellet is going to fall into that liquid.
Ah, this looks like some sort of trap, perhaps.
Can we rig it to trap somebody else?
Yeah, we could toss it out the window.
Oh, that would suck for anybody below the window.
Yeah, it'd suck for anyone you want to holy hand grenade it with it too. So
That's
how
good.
did you want to handle this, Archimedes?
Let's see. This looks like to be some sort of situation where if this is knocked over, or if it's tipped in a certain way, with this pill will fall into the liquid and have some sort of result. I think I'll hand it back over to Aid's character, who is the assassin, correct?
Correct.
Yes, he is. Yeah.
You might want to eliminate somebody with this.
Aid?
Okay. So is it if it is actually going to go into the liquid if it tips now or until you pull the actual silver chain out of it?
No, the chain holds a lid, but the lid isn't on the bottle. So you can do, I see three things. You can stand it up as normal, in which case the pellet falls in the liquid.
Yep.
You can tip it the other direction, in which case the liquid might hit the pellet before the pellet rolls out of the neck.
Gotcha.
Or you can move it around delicately, holding it level, and just put it off to one side where it's not in the way, or some other sort of non-obvious thing I haven't thought of.
Okay, so what do you want to do? Do we put the lid on it and then I go and throw it down the stairs or throw it into the last room we're in or something and see what happens?
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
It's a perfectly good toilet.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that's what I'll do then. I'll carry it gingerly down the stairs as I go, and
Right.
then as soon as I get to the door, I will put the top on it, and then basically just kind of fling it into against a reasonably soft surface so it doesn't break, but the pellet will obviously fall into liquid as it goes through the air.
With the cork on it.
With the cork on it, yes.
Okay. Can I get you to roll me a dex check to see if you can carry that down that
Yeah,
windy stair and into that room? Where's everyone else going to be while Garv is experimenting with the bottle?
I'm going to be right behind him because this is the greatest show on earth.
I want to watch.
Yeah, Sonokin was saying earlier that this place needs an exploding chamber pot, so I'm in on this all day long.
I will be at a safe distance away, and I'll be ready to cast Cure Light Wounds.
That's what I like, the voice of reason.
Mhm.
Okay, so I'm guessing that if
Okay,
it's a prime, it's a prime, it's a 12, yeah?
Yeah. So, Garb, I'm going to put you in the middle of the room. Davik, you're standing right there. Archimedes, where did you want to be in all this mess?
I think I'll be after he goes past the stairwell. I'll climb back in the stairwell.
Okay, Krook.
I want to be watching the show. I want to see what happens. I'm pretty resistant to poisons and such, so he could probably test it on me and I'll be fine. So I'm good. I'm just gonna hover right over his shoulder and look.
Okay. So, Garv, did you make your dex check getting down?
Yeah,
there?
if I need a 12, then unfortunately, everybody, I got an 8. So,
So he gets about halfway down the stairs, bobbles, trips on something, and the bottle goes flying. It smashes open at the bottom of the stairs. Yeah, sure. Let's see you pull a dex check, and on that one, I'm going to give you a challenge level of 3. So if your dex is a prime with a normal target number of 12, it's now 15. But again, you can add all your usual attribute checks. You failed. So Krook is there with a bottle, and it's about to go past her and into the middle of the room where Garv wanted it anyway. Anyone else going to take a lunge at it to try and grab it?
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, Davik.
All right. My hands are up. You guys can. Oh crap! Natural 20.
Nice.
Natural 20. Okay.
I punted it your way. I went whack. Punted it your way.
You were just setting it up, just like a volleyball match.
Exactly.
Davik, do you have any fancy gyrations you'd like to make through the air as you lunge and catch the bottle?
No, as they're all doing the whole fumbly fingers thing, I just reach over and stop it from falling and being like, "Are you guys okay? Do you need alcohol?"
Yes. More ale, please.
Everyone with big eyes. Davik, you look at the bottle and you notice that pellet is dissolving in the bottom of the bottle. And there's a very vivid, electrified-looking blue smoke is now swirling around in the bottle.
I drop it into the chamber pot.
Okay. You drop it into the chamber pot, and being the curious barbarian that you are,
something tells me I'm about to get hit with the blue volcano.
You watch to see what happens, and you hear the bottom of the bottle go dunk on the bottom of the wooden cabinet, and it totally disappears.
Oh, this could be a crappy situation.
Krook is still looking expectantly at you with the empty mug of waiting for ale.
And no fancy blue ale because it's totally disappeared.
So now we know about their plumbing.
Well, you know something about their plumbing. What exactly about their plumbing do you think you know, sir?
He's got a teleporting pooper.
He's got a teleporting pooper. Well, it's an old mage trick from way back. You know what Brian James used to say, no tricks like the old tricks. Okay, so what's your next move, adventurers? What's that?
I said there's got to be a bag of holding in that thing.
Could you imagine everything?
It could be, yes.
It could be a portable pole. It could be it could be a, yep.
There's more treasure to be discovered as you progress.
Well, let's progress.
It's just waiting for you. So it's back up the stairs. You've eliminated the weird bottle. It's just a plain old door like all the doors before it.
I go in.
Oh, yeah. So oddly enough, you can open this door. Oops, sorry, my bad. I've got the map backwards here. This is actually, let's say that the door is on this side of the stairwell and not on the other side like my map shows it.
Groovy.
So this is obviously a laboratory of some sort. It's like you thought, like the the blanket was torn up and you thought the books were badly burned. This place is like in a total shambles, utterly destroyed. Any semblance of furniture is now literally just sticks on the floor. There's broken glass everywhere. There's some small overturned tables. Benches appear to be snapped in half. There's jars and all kinds of other glassware and a lot of wet-looking puddles and pieces of broken glass holding weird liquids and stuff. And while there's all kinds of smells, Krook, it's a little overpowering and it's hard to pick out. There are just so many smells in this room. You can see what look like arrow slits there. Those are actually 3 large windows. They've been bashed out too, and the results of their smashing is lying on the floor right underneath them.
Krook, still with an empty mug, waiting for the promised alcohol in one hand, pinches his nose closed with his other hand, going, "Next room, next room."
Indeed, there are 2 doors there. And you know how to handle those.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Search the bodies.
Search the body.
Is there anything else in this room, or is everything just shattered to bits?
Everything is a total shambles. It's a complete mess. It would take you days to sift through to maybe find the one item that isn't totally wrecked in here.
All right. Let's hit one of the doors.
Which door would you like? The right door or the left door?
South.
The right.
I vote south door.
All right, south door. Let's do it.
Okay, when
I would
Krook
try
approaches the
south door, but
door to
doesn't seem
suggest it, Krook, you're going to smell a really horrible, rotting stench coming from underneath the door. It smells like swamp grass, and it's really disgusting.
Now we know
I
where the
relate that to the
telepathy goes.
So, Davik, door?
Hit it.
Not locked.
I hit it anyway.
You hit it anyway, and it swings open, and inside you see in the middle of the room there's a man sitting upon a large, ornate chair. He stares at you with a hollow gaze. His hair is long, flowing down his shoulders, almost to the floor. His fingernails are long overdue for a clipping, and the skin on his hands and face is pale and almost translucent. He is wearing white robes, but they're pretty ragged and threadbare, and they look actually more gray than white at this point. Hard to tell if he's alive or dead. Standing next to him is a beautiful woman. She's dressed in a flowing gown of splendid white. It practically shines. Long golden hair is pulled back from her face, and her eyes appear to be filled both with fear and longing as she addresses you. Thank the gods for your coming. That foul witch below has kept us here for so very long, and it seems you have slain her. And then she picks up a bottle from a little table between her and the guy sitting down and quaffs something from it.
I knew I should have cleaved her head in half.
Yeah, my intention is to grapple her to try and stop her from drinking whatever that is. But I don't know that I can, interrupt box text on that. Okay,
so what we're going to do here is we're going to have you roll a surprise check, which is a wisdom check.
Sure.
It's going to have a challenge level of 4, so whatever your prime or secondary challenge base is, add 4 to that. And of course, you're doing, we'll call this a dexterity feat to see if you can, what are you going to do? Grab the bottle, knock it away, punch her in the face, kick her in the crotch?
It's my secondary, and it's negative. With the negative, so would a nat 20 still auto make it? Because I rolled a nat 20, but I think that with the challenge rating 4, I needed like a DC 22.
I'll give it to you with the nat 20 because nat 20s are nat 20s, right?
Yep. So that's why I was asking. I got a nat 20. I was like, huh.
So what would you like to do specifically?
If I see her going for the bottle, I'm just going to go and tackle her and knock the chair down and pin her and go, no drink, no drink.
Okay, good enough. Now let me consult a note or two here. I had these all settled for this.
Oh, I guess with the nat 20, I still do make it naturally because I get my level on it. So.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. All right, so let's have your grappling check.
Okay.
her prime is going to make the AC an 18. And of course, you can modify that as you will. So her
I feel like I
AC
need
is
to prove
18
this.
for this.
I feel like I need to prove this because I did just roll a second nat 20 on the dragon dice.
Nice.
Loaded dice. Loaded dice.
Heavens to Betsy.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
This
So
has been
she
a nice,
is
this has been a nice birthday set that I got. My little dragon dice.
sweet. Okay, so she is definitely grappled and totally taken by surprise, and she drops whatever bottle she had in her hand, and it spills out over to the floor. What we need now is we're going to enter combat, and I need a D10 initiative roll from everyone, please.
Okey-dokey.
And just let me know what you get.
I got a 7.
Crook has a
So-
5.
Using the Wizards of the Coast die roller, I got a 10.
Yeah.
10 from Brokar. Excellent. Garv,
Archimedes
pardon me? Oh, was that Archimedes that got the 10?
had a 7.
Okay. And Garv,
I got a 5.
you got a 5.
I got a rock.
You got a rock. Okay, Brokar, it's your initiative. What would you like to do?
I hate to. I'm not clear why we're fighting this lady. She thanked us for rescuing her, tried to take a drink. We stopped her for reasons that are unclear to me, and now we're fighting her. Is she making threatening movements towards us?
She's probably a mimic. Hit her.
She
hasn't yet.
That's good enough.
I'm not going to explain Crook's actions, but we did encounter a poison vial, so I wasn't certain what she was drinking. It didn't. It sounded like she wasn't drinking out of like a cup or anything. She was drinking out of a strange bottle, so I didn't trust that.
So Brokar.
It's not clear why we're attacking this lady. All right, yeah, go ahead. Sorry, Dale.
I'm just stopping her from drinking.
No,
poison.
I understand that, and but your character has the initiative. Are you going to take an action, or are you going to stand there puzzled, sir?
Can I hold action to see what happens, or can I?
There isn't actually a hold action in Castles and Crusades, but I'll give it to you.
Okay, well,
Because
I
that's the
don't.
kind of guy I am.
I don't want to be a special case. I will cast Detect Alignment on her.
Okay.
Nicely
Detect
done.
Good
alignment.
idea.
Aren't you clever? You will detect that she is lawful evil.
Okay, that's all I need as a priest.
Now you know why we're attacking her.
Okay, so that was Brokar. The woman who is in the stranglehold is going to attempt to break the stranglehold. Is your strength a prime or a secondary, Crook?
It's a prime.
It's a prime. Okay, so that means she's rolling against your 18 as well. So
I get
she
a
rolled
+2, and I do get a +2 on all overbearing and grapple attacks. I don't know if it counts for defense when she's trying to break out.
I'm not sure that it counts for defense.
Okay, no problem.
So she rolls an 11. Then she can also add. Hang on a second. I've never done this kind of thing before with the big fat grapple. I don't think an 11 is going to be enough to beat your AC of 18. So she is going to struggle for a bit, but she can't break loose at all. Davik, you and Archimedes have a simultaneous attack, so you can choose who goes first and what you're going to do.
David can go first.
Where's the bottle?
The bottle is on the ground between Crook and this woman's feet, lying on its side with its contents trickling out.
I pick up the bottle. That's my action because Crook has her grappled, and I don't see anything else like assaulting us. So
Okay. Archimedes.
Archimedes is going to cast Magic Missile.
Okay.
So that's going to be 1d4 plus 1 points of damage, right? For every 2 levels, third level, we get 2 missiles. Okay. Seven points of damage.
7 points of damage. That hit her really hard. Okay, and then we have Garv and Krook have a simultaneous action here too. So Garv or Krook?
Go for it, Garv.
Aid.
Just sorry, yeah,
Oh,
just
there you go.
checking something. Okay, yeah, no, I'm just checking my sneak attack and see if I got a sneak attack, but no, because I think I need
No,
to.
assassins don't get a sneak attack. You'd have to
Yes.
case the target for
It
several
has to
rounds.
be,
Or
yes, exactly. Okay, just a random, normal, everyday attack then. So that would be a 12 plus 1 for 13.
You're not going to be able to hit her. She's just struggling too much and moving around too
Okay.
much for you to hit.
So I will,
Krook,
yeah,
what
I
would
will
you
take
like
a
to
three.
do?
Yeah, no.
I would like to maintain this grapple, and if I'm maintaining the grapple, can I do damage?
Wow, you're really getting deep into the grapples, eh?
This is what monks do. I'm
depends.
sorry.
It
I can just
depends.
beat her
If you
want.
want to do damage, because you've already done the hold and subdue, I'll give you a free arm. If you can get a small weapon into play, you can stab her in the face
I'm
or
unarmed.
pound her in
I
the face.
haven't. Yeah,
Well, that's
I use
right.
my
You're the
fist.
monk. Oh, yeah, well,
Yes.
easily. You can
It's
duke
why
her
I
one
hit her.
right in the face, man.
Great. I'll grapple and beat her.
Punchy,
Yeah,
punchy.
do that.
Apparently, the cleric gave me the okay. I've missed her. Apparently she's flailing too much. I have to maintain the grapple more importantly than punch her.
Next time, suplex her.
Yeah, it's more important that I maintain the grapple than punch her. So
I get that. I understand. I played a monk there for a little while, and yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? Okay, let's have another round of initiative, please. You want to beat her 5.
I got a 10 this time.
Ah!
I got an 8.
I have a 2.
Uh-oh.
And
I have a 3.
And uh-oh for you, too. All right, Garv, you're first up.
Archimedes has a 6.
Okay, all right. I thought you said it was a 3. Who said they had the 3?
Davik has a 3.
I have a 3.
Okay, my bad. Okay. Still, Garv, you're up.
Okay, well, she's too damn wiggly because I rolled a 3 to hit.
Yeah, that's not going to do
So
anything
she
right
is
now.
really struggling.
She's really struggling. Well, there's trash all over the floor. You can blame it on anything, really. Brokar.
Well, I was going to do something really clever, but then I realized we have 5 minutes left in the game, so I'm going to hit her with my hammer.
You do that.
It's D20 to hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I got a... That seems unlikely, but I got a natural 20. I can show you on the screen share if you want.
We had
Quite
a
all
lot
right.
of 20s today.
Honor amongst thieves, man. If you're cheating, you're only cheating yourself. Wah, 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 wah.
Mhm.
Roll your damage, dude.
Okay, that is a warhammer, so it won't be a ton. Let me see. That's 1d8. So 1 second. And over there, 1d8. Roll. Okay, I got a 1.
A 1. Do you have a strength bonus at all?
Let me take a look, sir. Let's see.
What's your strength?
I should be able to look that up myself.
Yeah, hang on 1 second. I got the PDF all blown up. Let me take it out.
Yeah, you can add a point to that. So that's a couple of points.
Yeah,
You're plus
plus
1
2.
on that.
So 2. All right, I did 2 points of damage.
2 points of damage. She's got a bleeding nose right now.
If she was scared of dwarves before, she's a little less scared now.
Archimedes, you're up next.
Okay, he is going to cast Acid Arrow.
Okay.
Let's see.
Hey, do I get any bonus because it was a natural 20 to damage or anything?
No.
No.
That
All right.
would be that would be a house rule. In my
All
own
right.
game, a natural 20 does full damage, and a natural 1 creates damage to your weapon, which will eventually have to be repaired.
All right. Jason, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. Okay, so I've got, let's see, plus 1. 17 to hit with a ranged touch attack. Is that enough?
Okay. She's taken enough of a beating now that she's struggling less. I'm going to give that to you, and you do hit.
Oh, okay. So
That subdual is working really well.
yeah.
As it glances my ear, apparently.
8 points of damage there.
8 points of damage, and
Acid.
miraculously, she takes an acid arrow to the face and slumps down lifeless.
I loosened that jar of pickles for you there, buddy.
Thank you.
Yeah. So there you go. you've defeated Urza the Witch, which I probably played really badly, but we were rushing it to get it done there today. Andrew, you'll find out, is actually still alive, and once she's dead, he begins to come out of his stupor. He's amazed that so many months have passed, but he's eternally grateful to you for for coming and saving him. And he says, anything that you found in the tower as you've explored, you're free to take whatever it is, whether it was mine or not.
I just need to know one thing, Andrew the Mage.
Yes, sir.
Where does the telepooper go?
Oh, that dimension door is out into a spot in far in the woods.
Can we suggest an alternate target for that?
Sure.
We'll let you know.
Okay, yeah. You just send me a crow or something with a message, and I'll change its destination.
Are we going to have Are we going to have
Sorry.
a new phrase here? So, do wizards crap in the woods? Is that what's going to come?
Do wizards crap in the woods? Not directly.
Yeah, indirectly crap in the woods.
Yes, exactly. I just figured out why I missed on that attack, though, because while I was grappling her, I still held my mug in my other hand.
There you
Looking
go.
for your beer.
I would have given you. I would have given you 1 to 2 points of damage for smacking her with the mug, but I think you would have done better with just a straight off punch for sure.
Oh yes, but I was promised ale, so I will hold my empty mug out to either Davik or now Andrew, expecting to get my mug filled.
Can I use the create water spell to fill her mug?
You can. It's not going to be ale, though, is it?
No, it's not. But
you might incur her wrath. And Andrew is happy if you'll help him back to the village. He's happy to buy as many rounds as it'll take to have all of you pass out on the floor of the neighbor's inn.
Awesome.
And so we got a good opportunity here in a couple of places today to show you some of the different mechanics that's involved in Castles and Crusades. It's not a really challenging sort of scenario. It is meant to demo. And if I had have been a little more prepared, there would have been something on the middle floors as well to pique your interest. But there you go. We've established and done what we intended to do.
Hey, thanks for running the game, man.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. You're a willing and pliable set of players, and I'll play with you anytime.
Yeah,
that was a lot of fun. So
and thank you for
very
letting
much.
me bypass the pre-gens and make a monk, make something different. Thank you.
You'll have to talk to Troll Lords about that.
So we should figure out what we're gonna do next week, then, hey?
Ah.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, we'll figure out an email. Thanks to everybody for watching us, either on Twitch or on YouTube or on Facebook. And
thanks for joining us.
We will catch you next time on the BAMF Podcast.